Aw man, look at me. I'm a Nintendo fan on July 18th, 2020. Paper Mario the Origami King just released and I 100%ed it in 16 hours now. There's nothing on the horizon for me to play. I'm gonna take a little nap until September 2nd and hope something comes out. It's still not a general direct. Ladies and gentlemen, Mario's 35th birthday is in full swing and Nintendo has pulled no stops to make sure it pops right off. Between toy go-karts constantly ramming into your feet while you're trying to cook dinner and brand new sneakers, man, Mario fans are eating good this year. At least until spring 2021 anyway. But we're not talking about Mario's big year fully in this video. Nah, the only thing we're talking about here is what this whole thing has made me realize, and that's the likelihood of one particular fan favorite character coming to Smash Bros. Ultimate. Who's that? Dumb question, I know, you can read the title of this video. It's Geno, the puppet come to life, the warrior from outer space, the one-off all-star. Geno's been in the back of the minds of Smash fans for a good few years now, but honestly, I think his chances of becoming a Smash character are higher now than they ever have been before. What makes me say that? Well, let's hop right into the evidence, shall we? Getting right into it, we have the most obvious thing going in his favor, and that's that this is the year of Mario. Mario's big 35th anniversary, where Nintendo's making sure he feels as spoiled as ever. Between technical remasters of the biggest games in the franchise and random new hardware that Tiffany Treadmore totally called months back, what isn't Nintendo doing to celebrate? I mean, Splatoon, Animal Crossing, and even Smash are getting in on the fun, with different in-game events happening to celebrate the plumber and his crew. What better way to continue the big birthday Bowser bashing bonanza than with one of your biggest games seeing more than just a simple tournament? Why not add Geno, one of the most highly requested characters for Smash, to the roster of Ultimate to celebrate 35 long years? Speaking of that Smash tournament celebrating Super Mario, can we talk about how strange that thing is? I mean, the reason people suspected we'd get official news from the Big N last week was that they didn't announce a new Smash tournament or Spirit event for the weekend. But then they did announce a Smash tournament, for a few months from now. Why? Why not have it be right around this time to kick off all this celebration? Unless you were holding it off for the addition of that new Mario character. I mean, celebrate Super Mario's inclusion in Smash once you have the full Super Mario cast, right? It would make sense for them to just hold off for a few months with this tournament, so that they can guarantee the next Smash fighter, a Mario character, can take part in it. But now let's talk about a bit of a problem when it comes to Geno's chances for Smash. His parent company, Square Enix. Square Enix has always been fairly stingy with their content appearing elsewhere, especially in Smash. However, this isn't entirely true, at least not anymore. We've had a lot of Square Enix content come to Smash, especially recently. I think we may even have more Square content than Bandai Namco content, and Bandai Namco is developing Smash. At first, we only had Cloud, Midgar, and 2 untouched Final Fantasy songs, but fast forward to today and we have 4 characters in 1, 8 songs, a stage, and 10 spirits from Dragon Quest alone. Add to that the fact that Square Enix has been the only third-party company to receive new spirits since the March Mini Direct, and you should start to realize that Square Enix likely has no issue adding another of their faces to Smash, especially not Geno. Are they going to be as generous as Konami has been with Castlevania and Metal Gear? No, but Square Enix definitely ain't holding the puppet boy back, okay? But while we're on the topic of Square Enix, let's talk about something very peculiar involving their copyright to Geno. You see, as most of you likely already know, Geno is from Super Mario RPG, which was developed entirely by Square Enix. Since Geno was created for that game, Square Enix owns the copyright to him, even though he'd be categorized with the other Mario characters if he were to make it into Smash. But that's not the peculiar thing. The peculiar thing happened well over a year ago in summer 2019 when Nintendo copyright struck 2 Super Mario RPG songs on YouTube, Fight Against an Armed Boss and Beware the Forest Mushrooms. Why is this peculiar? Because Nintendo doesn't own these songs, Square Enix does. So why did Nintendo strike these videos? Okay, so Nintendo randomly struck 2 songs, that's not that strange. What does it mean for Geno? Well, these 2 songs are the 2 most closely affiliated with him. Beware the Forest Mushrooms is the theme of the Forest Maze, the area you first meet Geno in. And Fight Against an Armed Boss is the song that plays in your first fight alongside Geno against Bowyer. Out of all Super Mario RPG songs, it's really coincidental that Nintendo, not Square Enix, would take down the two that relate to Geno more than any other. Also, why just the 2 songs? Why didn't they take down more? Why didn't they take down the full soundtrack? Well, with every character Square Enix adds into Smash, we get 2 songs for them. When Cloud was added back in Smash 4, he came with Let the Battles Begin and Fight On, 2 Final Fantasy VII battle themes. But wait, oh so generic. Hero came with 8 songs. What are you talking about? Well, there are 4 heroes, and each came with 2 different tracks from their individual games. Adventure and Fighting Spirits come from Dragon Quest III, as does Erdrick. Battle for Glory and Wagon Wheels March comes from Dragon Quest IV, as does Solo. Warcry and Marching Through the Fields comes from Dragon Quest VIII, just like 8. And finally, Unflinchable Courage and The Hero Goes Forth with a Determination come from Dragon Quest XI, same as the Luminary. Each Square Enix character comes with 2 songs from their respective games, and Nintendo just so happened to copyright strike the exact 2 songs that are most closely related to Geno from all of Super Mario RPG. The timing on these removals is also very strange. You see, it was first revealed to us that we'd be getting more fighters past the first Fighters Pass in the September 2019 Direct, where Terry was revealed. Following that Direct, we got the presentation for Banjo, and in it, Sakurai talks about the future of DLC after the Fighters Pass. This presentation was actually filmed on the same day as the Hero presentation, which had to have been filmed before July 2019. Which means that the concept of the second Fighters Pass was internally confirmed at earliest in July, right around the time that these copyright strikes would have happened. It is entirely possible that the reason these songs were struck by Nintendo is because they knew they'd be used down the line when Geno comes to Smash. Still not convinced? Well, as a closing note on the music, just know that Nintendo did the exact same thing months prior to Sans' Mii costume reveal. A fan-made remix of Undertale's Megalovania, labeled a Smash remix, was taken down in a very similar fashion. If Nintendo is going to copyright strike a song that belongs to an indie developer and is remixed by just some random person on the internet, because it was about to show up in Smash, who's to say they wouldn't do the exact same thing for another character about to make it into Smash? But okay, fine. I've run from this problem for too long, and I got to acknowledge it, right? There's a big glaring issue here. Geno appears in Smash Ultimate already. He's a spirit, just like Mallow. Well, you can take that and toss her right out the window, cause buddy, it doesn't even matter. We already got Min Min. You know this. I know this. We all know this. Bob from down the street knows it too. God damn. Yes, Min Min proves that base game spirits don't deconfirm fighters. We know this. We've known this for a couple months now. So that means that Geno appearing as a spirit doesn't really mean much, because he's just as eligible as any other base game spirit. So I don't even want to hear a single one of you coming down into my comment section and saying, oh so generic, you forgot to talk about the fact that Geno is a spirit, because I have. Okay? It doesn't matter. But if you want to comment down below anyway, I would very much appreciate it. It helps my channel grow. But a spirit isn't the only form Geno's taken on Smash before. Back in Smash 4, he was added as a DLC Mii costume, and even then he got a little bit of special treatment. They went so far as to give him a splash screen just like they would any other fighter, except it's for a Mii costume. In a way, that kinda makes him one of the first deluxe Mii costumes we got, like Sans or Cuphead. The interesting thing here though is that this Mii costume has not returned to Ultimate in any way, shape, or form, despite the fact that Geno was already a spirit, and despite the fact that almost every other Smash 4 Mii costume has made its return. Why is Nintendo holding off on bringing this costume back? He's the perfect fit for a gunner, as seen in Smash 4, and he would make for an excellent deluxe Mii costume alongside Sans, Cuphead, and Vault Boy if you wanted to just doll him up a bit. Heck, they could even throw in Beware the Forest Mushrooms as a song with him and charge an extra few cents as they already have with the others. Add on to this the fact that he was one of the only missing Mii costumes from Smash 4, and the evidence just keeps piling up. Also, look at the DLC costumes from Smash 4. Some of the most recognizable characters from them are Chrom, King K. Rool, and the Inklings. What do these characters have in common? They all made the jump from Smash 4 Miis to full fighters in Smash Ultimate, and both of these positions were likely given to them because they were popular results on the Smash ballot. Geno also appears as a Mii costume here, and he was just as popular a pick for Smash as K. Rool or the Inklings were back then. You see what I'm saying? These characters were given these Mii costumes as a sort of consolation prize for the time being, before Ultimate was able to do them the justice that the fans wanted to see, and it's likely that Geno has been in the back of the Smash team's minds for years now because of that ballot. They know how popular he is, and they know he'd make for a good fighter. If he was a Mii costume just like those other fighters and they were made into fighters in Smash Ultimate, then what does that say about his chances? Especially when he was put on this huge pedestal compared to them. But that's not the only tomfoolery we've had with Mii costumes when it comes to Super Mario RPG. Most of you probably remember the Kako Mallow leak from a while back, which showed the infamous Thumbs Up Ken messing around with two Miis wearing hats of Mallow from Super Mario RPG and the Kako Demon from Doom. Just like the original Thumbs Up Ken leak that confirmed Ken, this leak has not been proven false. Modders have yet to replicate a Mii hat to this quality, and both are very quality. The Kako Demon hat is a full new model, made to be a bit less scary for Smash's younger audience, which is definitely a nice touch if it's a fake leak, while the Mallow hat has some bounce to it that is extremely difficult to replicate through mods. If this leak is real after all, this gives Geno a huge boost in chance, since that could mean that they're giving Mallow the Mii costume treatment instead of Geno. But honestly, I'm kinda tired of saying the word Mii costume, so let's talk about something a little bit less concrete, and that's 7 Theory. 7 Theory has been floating around for a few months now, and it highlights the particular coincidence that Challenger Pack 7 just so happens to be the 77th fighter. Why is the number 7 so important to Geno? Well, it's because he comes from Super Mario RPG, Legend of the 7 Stars. Okay, this theory is definitely pushing it. Personally, I'm not going to be putting too much stock into it. I just thought it would be worth highlighting anyway. Maybe I could see them doing something like this? Maybe? But it seems like more coincidence than anything to me. But now, keeping to the less credible evidence is the fact that we have a serious lack of a particular kind of evidence surrounding who Challenger Pack 7 is, which is leaks. A lot of stuff has leaked about Smash over the years, and we've seen quite a few people throw their leaks out there, but they've all been particularly quiet over the past half a year. While it could be that Nintendo has just seriously cracked down on its security, could it instead be because Byleth and Min Min were both two first-party characters back-to-back? First-party characters are way less likely to leak than third parties because Nintendo doesn't have to involve any sort of legal teams in the development of these characters. I mean, they own them, why would they have to get a legal team involved? If you have to involve the company's two legal teams as you do with third parties, then you have a lot more people knowing that a character is coming to Smash. The more people know about a character, the less likely you are to be able to keep things under wraps, so if the only people that know about Byleth and Min Min coming to Smash are the Smash team working on the content, and a few people directly involved in the development of Three Houses and ARMS respectively, the chances of these two characters leaking is way lower than any third party. Of course though, Geno is third party. Kind of, anyway. It's weird and tricky, but as we've established, Geno is owned by Square Enix but belongs to the Mario franchise. Square Enix couldn't make faithful games featuring Geno without Nintendo's involvement, but Nintendo couldn't make games featuring Geno at all without Square's involvement either. I won't pretend to be a legal expert, but perhaps if Geno belonging to the Mario series changes something about the scope of legal involvement, that could be a possible explanation as to why we aren't hearing about any leaks for this next fighter. Or maybe the impossible has finally happened and Nintendo fully bought the rights to Super Mario RPG and all these characters. It's a bit of a pipe dream, but I know it would make some people happy. But it's more than likely that Nintendo's just become better at covering their leaks. I guess we'll see, won't we? But now let's talk about the actual biggest thing going in Geno's favor. We've talked a bit about his popularity, and let me tell you, that's all he needs. We can talk endlessly about the oddity that is Nintendo pulling down songs that don't belong to them, or why it's weird that they're not cashing in on Geno's popularity for an easy Mii costume, but none of that even matters at the end of the day because he's just so dang popular. Coming from Smash 4, the biggest names of Smash character speculation, the characters deemed most popular yet fairly unlikely were Ridley, Banjo and Kazooie, King K. Rool, and of course Geno. Ridley was unlikely to most just for being too big, whereas K. Rool, Banjo, and Kazooie and Geno were all considered just too old and out of the spotlight to be able to make it into Smash. But as we can see, popularity and fan demand plays a huge role into who gets into these games, and Geno is one of the few characters missing from people's old and more contained most wanted Smash wish lists. If you Google Smash poll results, you're bound to find plenty of Smash fan polls from over the years, and I'm willing to bet that the majority of them are going to feature Geno on them somewhere in there. Heck, even Sakurai wants Geno in Smash, or at least he did back during Brawl's development. Who knows how he feels now after years of Twitter users spamming him about characters getting into Smash. When it comes to characters who have yet to make it into Smash, Geno is just unmatched in notoriety, which is really saying something considering he's a one-off character from a 24-year-old game. But what do you think? Are you convinced that Geno's our next Smash Ultimate Fighter yet? Or are you actually convinced I'm just a madman thinking way too much about a character from a game I've never even had the chance to play, making it into Smash? Let me know down in the comments below, and as ever, make sure to give that like button a nice little tap if you like the video, and subscribe to see more Smash speculation content in the future. I'm also Generic. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time.